Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a stream going on here.
Heck yeah.
Hello? Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a
Hello.
stream going on here.
Heck yeah.
My goodness. It's
Yep,
gonna
it just
that's gonna come through on the stream.
yeah, it just started up on my end.
Yeah. It started off on my end as well, so I just heard myself.
Ah, gotcha.
You know, that's the first thing that you overcome as someone who does voiceover is you get used to hearing your own voice.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely can be a bit of a struggle at first.
Definitely.
Like I remember the first time I ever like recorded something and listened back, I was like, that's my voice?
Yeah.
What have I been doing wrong?
Well, there's a I'm pretty sure there's like some science about how the reverberation inside your own
Yeah.
head is picked up by your ears differently to
Yeah.
obviously how the sound like bounces around the room and how
Mhm.
it's picked up by other people. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Lives. Um, I'm joined today by my good friend and voice acting co-bro. Oh God, Wintermelon. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, I think it's going pretty well today. Haven't done all too much yet. This is the first thing I'm really doing today.
It's
So
a
I'd say
great
it's
thing
going
to
pretty
start.
all right.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have your day peak so early.
No, it's okay.
Um,
Don't worry. It's a good way to start the day, I think.
yeah, man. But yes, hope you guys are doing all right. Hopefully, you can monitor what's going on the live chat. I'm going to try and get better at doing that.
Yep, I got it pulled up.
Hype, Mindtail Lottie, thank you. YOLO to
Hype
everyone here.
indeed.
I mean, YOLO. Indeed.
Yellow.
Anyway, yellow. Let's go through the pre-stream announcements before we start. The first one is, as is ever the case. Oh, is it on here? We usually have the merch. Okay, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see there's some merch options just below the video description. Do take a look at that. We're looking into designing some more new stuff on Teespring. I've actually started in the last few weeks. I don't know if you know about this. I've started streaming on Twitch, and I'm wearing hats while I stream. So Blair has said that they would, sorry, design a flat cap, and I'm totally going to buy it. Like almost independent of what it looks like. I'm just gonna because I need a collection of flat caps, you know, for the whole Twitch image thing. Anyway, so yeah, check out the Teespring page and avail yourselves of the opportunity to acquire some tasteful merchandise and comfortable informal wear. Please also ask us questions during the stream. I'm getting better at checking the chat. Winter said that he'll do the same.
Oh,
Um,
I'd prefer to go by they, them, or she, her. Just a note.
oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Excuse me. Got lots of things swimming around my brain. I apologize. Yeah, Winter, they are monitoring the chat, so please ask your questions and we'll try and get to you. If we take a few minutes, please be patient with us. And thank you so much to all of you guys who have been donating regularly on the Fandom Lives. It's humbling as hell, and it does help support Blair and the channel. So
Heck
cool.
yeah.
If you would like a particular content creator to feature on another episode of the Fandom Lives, let me know. Send me a message on Discord. I'm in the fan server, of course. Please just let me know. At me. I will send out any message. We're getting towards the end of the list of guests that we had initially prepared for this, but it's going to be like 13, 14 long by the end of the first sort of like wave of guest appearances, which is pretty good. Like, I'm feeling pretty positive about how this has gone, especially as it was kind of just a bit of an experiment to begin with, and like some of the people who have said that they're fine with appearing and have appeared, it's been pretty exciting. I mean, to say nothing of Winter, obviously you're a legend, but like
Thank
other
you.
people like Nick Nitro and Cello Chiquita and Chasita. I don't know how you pronounce it. I just
Chill,
call her Chell.
Chiquita.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. The Nobles appeared, Shav's Media Productions appeared, and oh my goodness, oh, wait till I talk about the person who's on next time. But anyway, please let me know if you have any other suggestions. Apparently, nobody is too ambitious. So just we're gonna keep on putting out some feelers, and when we know who's gonna be appearing, you will know. Good. I'll probably spend a few minutes in the TAN Discord voice chat immediately after this stream to say hi and to hang out with some of you. It'll be really good to hang out if you have a few spare minutes. I'm actually streaming on Twitch a bit later on. I'm on a friend's Twitch stream later, so I won't be there for loads of time, but it'll be good to just touch base and say hi if you would like. Last of all, massive thank you to Michael King, who is the lead for the Undertale Remastered mod that we have been playing through and we're continuing to play. Please check it out. Add it to your own game on ModDB through Googling Undertale Remastered. It's like all the sprites have been recolored and stuff. It's awesome. You'll notice that the game is not actually up to begin with today. It's like an image of me and Winter. And that's because we're at a very key point in the game that really is going to split this stream into two halves. It's going to be half getting through this section of the game. I think you might know what it is. And and the other half is going to be doing a few questions for Winter. Cool. I think that's everything. Anything from you, Winter?
I'm just really excited to be here, and I'm glad to answer some questions about this stuff. I'm looking forward to this. It's been a while since I've really been part of a podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
this.
I suppose it is a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, you could consider it a podcast.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we'll get into that in a few minutes. But before that, the arbitrary opening credit reel. Welcome back to The Fandom Lives. Ooh. And welcome back. Awesome. I should probably open up this game now, shouldn't I?
All right.
Seeing as... Oh, yeah, I also... Whoops, I'm opening the wrong one.
So did you want to start on questions after we get through this section, or?
Yeah. Let me because the what we've done in the past, what we've done is we've just had the game on in the background while I've been talking. But actually, last time, I think a piece of feedback that me and Cello kind of went through was that the Asgore fight was last time, and it was quite intense, and it was difficult for me to focus on the questions and the discussion while the gameplay was going on. I just can't. I can't multitask. So what we're going to do is, those of you who know Undertale, you know what you can see in front of you. This is the awkward one. This is the oh god. Can you see it? I've got it streamed on Discord as well.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Ah.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. It's the arrow keys, isn't it? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. It's my favorite bit of the game. I'm kidding.
Oh boy.
Everybody's favorite.
It's your best friend.
I'm literally being thrown in the hardest bit of the game. I mean, it's not the hardest bit, but come on. No. Oh wow, I'm doing. No, I'm not. Fuck. No, I'm dying. Oh, okay. Nope. Am I gonna survive this? Oh heck.
Oh boy.
Oh god, I'm getting through.
Heck
Sweet.
yeah. That is always good.
Good start. Mm. Yeah, man.
We can do this.
Oh god.
Uh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Oh
Oh
god.
god.
No. 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 Oh, the bombs are flowy on them.
Yeah.
Oh
Are,
god, I'm
are
gonna.
those just
No.
I wonder a lot about this fight. Are those just like straight up bombs? Does this plant just produce bombs? Oh god.
No! Ah! Oh, I don't know. I don't know the answer. This is all bad a dream.
Yeah. I think it's best not to question.
Yeah. Man, I need to stay so focused on this. Ah. Awkward times. Wow. So I gotta boot up the game again.
Thanks, Flowey.
Flowey. Okay. What we got here? I laugh at other people's. I die like 24 times. Yeah, Lauren, I agree. Omega Flowery is ugly as heck. Might be worth just kind of like discussing a question at this point. I don't know. So Winter.
Yeah.
While I get killed again, why don't you explain to everybody who might not know who are you?
Okay. Hi. I'm Winter. I've been voice acting on the internet for a bit over 3.5 years now.
Hmm.
I kinda a bunch of people know me from doing Undertale stuff because that's kind of where I got my start. It's kind of what got me into the whole world of voice acting. But as of lately, I have been focusing more on branching out to other things. I've been on my own channel. I've dubbed over some stuff from Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
I'm hopefully well, I plan on doing it. I just haven't yet. But I did a Fire Emblem dub. I want to do some more of those because I've loved those games for like I don't know the past 5 years.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I guess part of the discussions that we've been having on this stream particularly is the idea that branching out into other kind of fandoms is important.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a large part of what I've been focusing on, especially as of late.
yeah, it's like, do you agree with that? Is like, I don't know. I suppose might be jumping a bit ahead of myself here. I'm also
No, it's okay.
talking while I'm focusing on the game as well. Oh no, we're getting
Okay.
through it. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
All right. I can just continue on with what I was saying if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think branching out is really nice because doing too much of I found this out the hard way, but doing too much of one thing for too long of a time can really burn you out. And like, sometimes it's just nice to take a step back and, focus on focus on something different for a while. And I think that can be really therapeutic in a sense.
Well, yeah, it definitely keeps things fresh.
Yeah.
Do you have any other plans? I mean, is it going to carry on being the Breath of the Wild stuff? I really have enjoyed watching
Oh,
the
thank you.
stuff that you've done.
I'm at the moment my channel is just I've settled on just like whatever I want to do whenever I feel like it, really. I do want to keep some things consistent, but I've also I I've got some stuff in the works. It's sort of just like a little bit of like whatever I want to do with it. It's not one thing in particular anymore. It's not going to be as like as centered around one thing as it was back when I was like, you know, doing like purely Undertale stuff for a while. It's there's going to be variety, and I think I intend to keep it that way.
I mean, it's probably worth discussing Undertale, albeit even if it is just briefly. I mean, after all, that's what I'm
Of
playing.
course.
But
I mean,
obviously,
I wouldn't have gotten my start without Undertale.
oh yeah, I mean, let's talk about that. Did you play Undertale like straight away when it came out, or did it take a
I
while?
actually did not. Um,
Okay.
so I first found out about it like 2 months after it came out or so. from my cousin. The
Okay.
first line I ever heard from the game was that one Burger Pants quote, "I can't go to hell, I'm all out of vacation days."
That's amazing.
And like I had never heard of it before my cousin brought it up to me, but then I found out a bit more about it and I was like, this is actually this game sounds pretty interesting. That summer, uh the summer of 2016 was actually my last summer doing musical theater camp.
Okay.
Musical theater camp I'd been doing for 5 years. Like, well, I took 1 year off because I was out of the country, but
Yeah.
it really so I'd had a love for acting since I was really young, and when I started doing musical theater, I could finally channel it into something,
Yeah.
and so I really enjoyed that. But after summer of 2016, I was too old to keep going to that camp, and I was like, I really want more opportunities to do acting. Then I found out you can just do voice acting on the internet. I didn't know it was that easy because voice acting is something I had wanted to try for a, a rather long time, honestly. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to give this a shot. And there were a ton of Undertale projects. So I'm like, you know, maybe it's time to finally get into this more.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, and it's awesome that you've got a background in it as well. That there's a degree of train. Oh, I think I've got through it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes. Now I can relax. Anyway,
We can do this.
yes, give me all the things. Love it. Yeah, so obviously Undertale was the thing that kind of drew you into the online sphere, but it's good that you've I guess nice. Oh, I'm focusing on the game now, so just bear with me.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah. So when yes, love it. Get that flower down. Of course, this is a pacifist run, right? So
Yeah.
not only are we intending to finish this fight, but we're intending to do the whole Alphys arc and the... Hopefully that should keep us going through all of the guests that we got lined up.
All right.
Are you going to do true pacifist? Yes. In answer to your question, yes, we are. Yeah, are there any questions for you on the chat, bud?
I can someone was asking me what my favorite Undertale theme was. You know, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna uh go ahead and say that Hopes and Dreams has been like my absolute favorite since I've heard it.
Mm.
But one song that I find to be incredibly underrated is Quiet Water. Not enough people talk about Quiet Water. It's a short track, but it has this really chill, kind of eerie vibe to it that I like a lot.
When does that play? Because I probably would recognize it if
It's
I heard it, but...
it's the shorter track that plays in certain areas of Waterfall.
Okay.
It's not the main Waterfall theme, but it's like a bit of the same melody.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. What else?
Someone was asking.
Did you ever
You
meet
said you
any
can't.
of the Gaster followers or any of the random event? I don't know what that is, bud.
The Gaster followers that just sometimes show up, like depending on the fun value.
Oh, yeah. I've never actually come across any Gasters. Any of the... Like, I've never seen Gaster in Undertale before. To be honest, this playthrough that we just done was the first time I'd ever fought against... the one before Papyrus, the secret boss.
Oh, Glide.
Glide, that's the one. I'd never actually faced Glide in Undertale before this playthrough for this stream, so that was fun. Man, oh man.
Is it okay if I go ahead and answer some questions?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm being asked when I started voice acting for Undertale stuff, what character did I voice act? You know, I think so this might sound a bit odd to some people who know a lot of my voice acting work, but I think the first Undertale voice I ever actually tried was Asgore. however, however, I shortly after started voicing Flowey and Asriel, and that's sort of how I got my start in the community.
Hmm.
After that, it was sort of just a bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose Asgore was where you started, but Flowey
Yeah,
and Asriel was where you really found your groove.
yeah,
Um,
entirely.
yeah, like did you know that it was working straight away, or like how did you
No,
know?
because like,
Yeah.
see, the thing is, at the time I was just like, I should probably try Asgore since my voice is kind of deep for my age.
Mm,
But then I was like, people probably wouldn't expect me to do Flowey or Asriel.
yeah.
So I was like, gotta take some risks sometimes. And it ended up going a lot better than I thought.
Yeah. Amazing. Did you know straight away that was it a feeling that you had while you were recording, or was it like positive feedback that you were getting from the videos that were being made?
No, it was like you mean how it was working out?
Yeah, how did you know that like as how did you know that Asriel was something that was really going to lead to success?
Well, like, you know, people seem to really like that take, like in servers and like in videos. Like I didn't really expect it since a lot of people like, a lot of people I'd seen a lot of people interpret him with a very different type of voice than I gave him, but people the fact that people were so supportive of me doing that voice and like really seemed to enjoy it really gave me a lot of motivation to continue doing it.
That's so cool, and it is important, isn't it? To nobody came, but it is important to get that kind of positive feedback, I guess.
Absolutely. That's actually I should probably bring this up here. That's actually been something I'm sort of, you know, working at again because like I've as of lately especially I've been feeling more comfortable doing like more female voices and such,
Mm.
and I I I've been feeling a lot more like me, a lot more comfortable doing that, and like to hear that people have been super supportive of me doing that really means a lot.
Well, yeah, and you mentioned the Breath of the Wild stuff that you had kind of dubbed
Yeah,
over. Like
yeah,
it's
I've
genuinely
been
good
doing.
stuff. Genuinely good
Oh, thank
stuff.
you so much.
And yeah,
I I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on my take for Zelda, and like that really means a lot to hear because I absolutely love voicing her.
yeah. I mean, where could anyone find that? Is that on your YouTube channel?
That is on my YouTube channel. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So if you guys search Wintermelon, you'd be able to
Yep.
find that and take a look. It's definitely worth your while.
Thank you. I I do have more stuff in the works, just have not yet posted it.
That's okay. You can take as much time as you need.
All
The
right.
souls. What are they doing?
I'm
No. Yeah. Bye, Kawaii Nightmare.
see ya.
Uh, so, I mean, I suppose a question that leads on, like obviously you find your groove, you find the things that you're comfortable with, and you're getting positive
Mhm.
reinforcement. But is there a moment in these videos, in these projects that you're auditioning for, that you know things are working in more tangible ways, like view counts? What do you consider to be a big success?
Like what like
Is
success in terms of like things I've done?
Yeah, like do is there what projects kind of stand out to you as ones that you feel like, oh yeah, I got really recognized here, or this was something that really springed acted as a springboard to lead me into new stuff.
Honestly, joining TwoAllNighters was one of them. I feel like with this group alone, I've already gained a ton of experience. Like
Hmm.
instead of doing like a single long-term project, it's sort of a bunch of shorter projects. And I think doing that, trying out various voices, I think honestly, it's helped me grow a lot. And
Hmm.
I'd consider that a success, especially because like, some of the stuff we've done on the channel has actually gotten pretty well known. I mean, just like look at Twisted Father. That was, oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. Really,
Yeah.
really pleased with like how that all came out.
Some Oh, sorry. You can go on.
No, no, I was just saying I was like Twisted Father is so good, so good, and
Yeah, it was really fun to work on.
mm,
But other projects that I feel were successes were I sort of it was a bit after I started really voice acting, but so as I mentioned, I did musical theater, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
have been able to sort of continue doing that. Like I've worked with groups such as Echo Flower Productions back when that was going. I've
Hmm.
worked with Lemon Light Productions on the Night in the Woods musical and the Neutral package. That has been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed being able to sing as characters. I've worked with Man on the Internet. They were one of the groups that sort of
Yeah.
like really inspired me to start doing what I do. So like actually being able to like do Lancer for them and such was quite literally a dream come true.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember those auditions. Yeah, it was really encouraging to see that you were experiencing some success, and particularly, obviously, given your background, like it fit your skill set perfectly. I'm really pleased that you're able to go into that
You.
direction. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So that's one thing.
Mhm.
We've got a little flowy mod here.
Oh boy.
It's a recolor, so the original game was black and white. This is yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful face. That reminds me of my school leaver photo. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I love your animations. They are good quality, and the fact there are real voices. Thank you, man. One of the, in fact, yesterday the dub that went up is something that I threw together on Monday, and I thought it actually looked quite cool. I don't know if you saw it, Winter, but
Yeah, it was really good.
it was only like a tiny little thing. But
Still though, like your editing, bleh. I have always enjoyed like seeing your editing, and it's already like evolved so much in terms of style, and like you're really doing a great job with it.
oh, thanks, man. Ah,
No problem.
these vibes, man. Oh, advice for aspiring voice actors. Why don't we jump over to that question? Why not? Because
Okay.
Comistic YouTube is asking that question.
All right. Um, advice for aspiring voice actors. Honestly, I'd say if you want to get into voice acting, just do it. I mean, uh, you can hmm, you can just even if you don't necessarily have a recording set up, there's always time to just practice voices and such. But keep in mind, it's not just doing voices.
Hmm.
That there is more emphasis on the acting part. I'd say, like I heard someone once say, voice acting, lowercase v, capital A. More emphasis goes towards the acting part. If you don't have the acting down, then the voice just kind of falls flat.
Yeah, I agree. And for all of the people who do it professionally, that they'd say the same thing. The
Yeah, like
yeah,
being able to do voices is great, but you gotta have the acting behind it.
mm. And it is important. Like if your project that you're contributing to, if it's going to have any kind of gravitas, and if you want to look back at it and be proud of it, then yeah, you do need to be able
Yeah.
to understand the character that you are portraying, and what their motivations are, and
Mhm.
uh, how your voice kind of can actually add an extra dimension to that.
Yeah. When
You
you're
know,
voice acting, you're not just playing a character for a bit. For a little bit of time, you are becoming the character. So keep that in mind.
yeah. Well, that's the method, isn't it? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but in many ways, it's funny actually. Like if you become associated with the character, you almost, I don't know if you have the same experience, but I get the same. I almost like develop a bit of their traits almost. Like Papyrus is probably what I'm known for. In fact, it is what I'm known for, certainly in TwoAllNighters. And, you know, I guess a piece of advice that's probably worth talking about is actually something that I struggle with. And I was talking about this with David yesterday. How how do you like? I mean, I don't know. I suppose first question for you would be: do you feel like potentially sometimes typecast, or do you feel like yeah? And then if you do, how do you overcome that? I guess.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely have felt typecast. Everyone knew me for Asriel. Everyone expected, oh hey, pure soft bean. And I kinda just wanted to do more than that. And so a lot of this year has really been spent on breaking out of that. I think the best way to break out of it is just do what you love. Do your own thing. Don't be afraid to try new things. And that way I think you can really expand to other stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Almost like, I suppose this leads into the main sort of question that hangs over this whole series, and it's been really interesting to get different people's views on this. But you're kind of bringing it back around to the question of, well, if you want to break out of a rut of feeling like you're just doing the same thing or playing the same kind of character over and over and over again, you do your own stuff. But
Absolutely.
with that comes a bit of a, I want to use the word sacrifice. Like, to some
Yeah.
degree, you have to give up the kind of momentum that you might have built. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
obviously a balance
Yeah. Like,
there. Like, how
mhm.
do you overcome that? What are your thoughts on that?
I think, personal belief, just do what you love. Just do if you're not enjoying it, then if it's just if you're not really getting enjoyment out of it, or if you don't love what you do, then like it's not really worth like just stressing yourself out just to give other people what they want. Just do what you love. I personally think you should just do what you enjoy. And honestly, maybe even if the people who are currently even if the people who are currently like, following you only for one type of content aren't following you, you'll get in a new audience. You can sort of start again. You can just do what you love, and the people who enjoy you for being you will stick around.
Yeah. Wow.
That's how I see it, at least.
I mean, I find that, oh man, it's so good to hear it, because I suppose, I'm sure you can understand, and maybe in the last couple of years, I don't know, like, maybe feel the same way, that you can get bogged down by feeling like, almost like an obligation to the audience that you have established,
Exactly. Yeah.
and you don't want to let them down,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you are human, and therefore you are finite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has admittedly been a bit of a struggle, because like I know that like the newer stuff I've been doing isn't getting nearly as much attention as like the Undertale stuff would, but I'm not gonna let that get me down. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing what I love. And I mean, I still do love Undertale. I still do love the game. But for now, on my own channel, like, I'm glad to do it for other people, but I think when it comes to my own content, I am going to take a bit of a break and try and branch out more.
No, that's really admirable. I think that's really cool. Um, like Undertale, there are infinite possibilities. I couldn't have put it better, Comistic. I think that's great. Um, yeah, and I guess, with regards to the advice that you'd give, just pick up a microphone and go for it. I suppose I'd add to that on the whole question of, like, what advice would you give to people? Don't be willing, like, if money is an issue, then obviously money is an issue, and you have to make do with what you
Yeah,
have.
of course.
Most mobile phones that exist actually act as pretty decent microphones, and that's the truth. You can record into a mobile phone, a cell phone if you're in the US, and it won't be. It depends. If you effectively, for me, if I were in a position where I didn't have much money, but I did have a decent phone, like an iPhone or something, I would record lines for projects and audition for projects by recording into my phone in my bed with the cover thrown over me. That is some kind of guarantee of at least passable audio quality, you know. But if you
Yeah, I
want,
mean,
yeah, go for it.
sorry, with a bit of editing, you can probably fix it up pretty well.
Yeah, and actually, I still do that. Um, I don't know why, but I'm currently experiencing a lot of static on my audio recordings, so I have to run the noise removal tool a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah, it ain't ideal, but it's something that you can kind of overcome. Ideally, you'd want to make the quality that you're recording as good as it can be at the point of recording, so you don't
yeah,
have to
of
worry about,
course.
like,
Like,
editing it and working it
yeah,
through and making it sound a little bit artificial, I guess.
yeah. I mean, us mixers can only do so much. Like, if the audio isn't like passable to begin with, we can't really do anything about it.
Mm. Oh, okay, you've had the question. You're known for voicing Asriel, but
Yeah.
do you have a favorite character at the moment? Is there a character at the moment that you're really passionate about?
This is, you know, I always kind of dread this question because there's like five answers at very least.
Well, let's hear them.
Um, okay. So, one of my one of my absolute favorites at the moment is Zelda. That's probably pretty apparent.
Yeah, yeah.
Specifically, Breath of the Wild, Zelda. Other favorites. I one I recently, well, not really recently. It's been like at least a good half a year by now. I got into My Hero Academia, but I actually I haven't seen all too much of the anime. I've just been reading the manga. I'm caught up to where the anime currently is.
Mm.
But I sort of, one of the reasons I didn't watch the anime sooner was to sort of develop my own takes for characters. And one of my personal favorites to do is Momo. People also seem to really like the take I have for Suyu. It's very back of my throat because frog.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really done this publicly. Oh God,
You don't,
should I try this voice?
it's up to you. Don't feel any pressure to.
So
You don't have to.
it's kind of like around here, got a bit of that froggy tone.
Not really warmed up, so it doesn't sound the best. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's in the back of my throat. A bunch of people do know me for Deku, yeah, but at this moment, I kind of really want to try other voices too.
Mm.
But how do I English? Sorry.
That's okay.
Other favorite voices. People one that I've been meaning to do more of is Palutena from Kid Icarus. People
Okay.
seem to like that one. I made a meme with that voice that ended up getting a ridiculous amount of likes on Twitter. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it was the Pickle Rick thing.
Sorry, I'm drinking
Yeah.
tea at the same time.
No,
So,
you're okay.
uh,
I've also if any of you know the game Helltaker, I've been trying some voices for the demons from that
that's
as of late
is
over
that
on my Twitter.
that's on Steam, right?
It is on Steam. It's free.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also some other voices I'm proud of, I guess, are one game that I've absolutely loved that came out just this year was the Final Fantasy VII remake. I absolutely loved
Ah,
the original when I was younger,
yeah,
and I'm kind of super proud of my takes for Tifa and Aerith.
yeah, totally. Oh man, such a great. Do you know what? Actually, I played all the way through the Final Fantasy VII remake. I played all the way through, and I got to the final boss. No spoilers here, but all I will say is that I failed about 10 times, and you can't skip the cutscenes. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to double back and play through the game again and grind so that I can beat this boss, because you can't double back once you go beyond that certain point where it's like, are you sure you don't want to double back? You gotta double back because it's the final end of the game. You gotta make sure it's there. And I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. The game's been really easy all the way through. No,
Yeah,
it was a problem.
there is sort of a difficulty spike.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I'll happily play through it again, but I just wanted to take a
Yeah,
bit
it's
of a
a great
break before I
game.
did. Yeah.
Understandable.
Oh, so good. I mean, I personally prefer the original. Um,
Yeah, that's understandable.
but yeah, I thought the combat system was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
Ah. Bakugo is hard to voice act.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Anyway, getting through this. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is neat. We've kind of come to the end of the list of questions I've had, which is crazy because
Oh, dang.
normally takes an hour. Oh, the other thing to talk about is we've talked about your connection to Undertale, the journey that you've had, the Twitter memes and the YouTube videos and the voices that you enjoy doing. What about outside that? I mean, we've referenced a little bit to the video game connection, but what are your other interests, I guess?
Some other things I do in my free time, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, can't really do this at the moment, but I actually just back in February, March, I finally did another play on stage. It had been a while.
Oh,
It
wow.
actually wasn't a musical this time though. But like I
Okay.
finally got back into stage acting, and it felt really nice after having not done this for like 3 years.
Well, yeah, of course. It makes sense that you have that. Again, you said that background from those camps, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. What was the play?
it was called 10 out of 12. It's pretty much about a tech rehearsal. It's a play about a play.
Oh, okay. There's something over here that's called The Play That Goes Wrong. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah, I've heard about that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a similar sort of thing.
Kinda, yeah. It is kinda. The thing is, like, God, the dialogue in that play was written so realistically that like now whenever I hear certain theater terms, I'm like, this sounds like that script.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have massive experience of stage acting, but like, what kind of things are you talking about? Like in terms of technical language, or
Yeah, technical language when it's like uh setting up light groups, also like uh the way that they will announce like how much time is remaining in a rehearsal. That
oh
like
crumbs. Okay, so like the way, and because it features in the actual play, there's a bit of. It sounds a bit like Inception-ish,
kinda it's playception.
because like you have the same things going on for the rehearsal, but it's also in the script of the play.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. Funny story though.
yeah.
So we were supposed to do 4 showings of the play. Um but it turns out
You actually did 8.
basically no.
Okay.
No, we did not actually do 8. When they announced everything would be closing down because of the virus was like right around the time we opened.
Oh no.
So we were supposed to play on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Sunday got canceled, and we decided to just take down the set that day due to safety reasons. And so then we
Hmm.
got through well, we got through Thursday and Friday. Then we were going to go back the next day on Saturday to do our final show. Well, now final show. Wasn't originally going to be the final show. And as I was getting ready to leave is when I found out that showing got canceled too.
Oh no.
So yeah, we ended up doing half of the original shows that we planned on.
How do you feel like they went though? Like,
I I think they actually went pretty well. Like I think they went pretty dang smoothly.
that's so cool. So what was your role? Was it like were you in center stage? Were you a main lead,
I
or yeah?
I uh I played the role of pretty much an actor who's like an experienced theater veteran.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I had a ton of like multiple page monologues that were just like rambling about and stuff like that. Like when we were young, before we belonged to unions, we would rehearse late into the night. We would drink after yada yada yada.
Oh, okay.
So I had some monologues like that. I had a lot of internal getting into character stuff. So I had to memorize quite quite a lot of pages of dialogue.
Hmm. Wow, that's so cool. And again, it makes a lot of sense that you kind of, particularly in the current sort of climate as well, that you've found a sort of outlet for that sort of performance
Yeah.
edge,
Yeah,
like online.
I think honestly not being able to get out as much has led to an increase of productivity in terms of voice acting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to count your blessings at a time like this, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been feeling more motivated and productive than ever and more confident in my own voice. Like now that I'm trying things people don't expect me to, I'm feeling way better about it.
Awesome stuff. Okay. Well, I'm cycling through this dialogue very very slowly, but there's enough time, and I think this is going to be a bit of a short episode today because we've run out. I've run out of stuff to talk about, and I feel
That's
like
okay.
we've addressed some of the elements of discussion here really well, and
Thank you.
efficiently, I would say. But yeah, before we do finish, it is the time of the stream, the Dobnobble challenge.
Oh boy.
Indeed. And because you've been on the stage, so this should be really no trouble for you. You've memorized, as you've said, multiple monologues. So so so
Oh
this should be
God.
fine. The
Uh,
word of my own creation has been sent to you on Discord,
oh God.
and your challenge is to read it. Crack on.
I'm probably gonna mess up quite a few times, but incredibly
Oh,
incredibibble badibble dribble drab dab badibble dobble dobby dob dob nobble. Oh boy.
that is quality. You know what? I tell you what. The thing that really trips me up on this is the incredidabibble at the start. The fact that it's not incredidadibble, like you'd want to
Ah,
say. Oh my
yeah.
god. Yeah, awesome. Wow, you
Oh,
nailed
thank
it.
you.
Showing off the kind of voice acting chops there. I feel like I just lost brain cells.
Please don't lose brain cells. You
Oh,
need those.
that's hilarious. Um, hang on, I'm gonna I'll put it in the chat so you can practice at home. Amazing.
Oh boy.
There you go. Cool. Let me just cycle through this, find a place to save it at a key point, and then we'll finish the stream. Do you have
Okay.
any do you have any like closing thoughts? I guess we've touched on an awful lot of stuff. We've touched on sort of performance just as a general thing that you're passionate about. We've touched on voice acting. Touched on singing, on doing what you want against what you feel like would be popular. Yeah, do you have any sort of closing thoughts?
Sort of closing thoughts. You know, I actually I guess I can leave you all off with a quote if that's okay.
Oh, sure.
So there's this place up in Michigan. There's this place up in Michigan that I pretty much always go to when I'm visiting family there. It's called Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. Some of you might know it from being the title of a Tally Hall album. They're from that area. Their music's great, by the way. Um, but
Okay.
I even before I got into their music, I'd just always been going there because it was pretty close to where my family up there lives. And I actually did have the honor of meeting Marvin a few times while he was still with us.
Oh, wow.
Um, and he like the first time we ever really talked, he sort of he told me a quote that's really stuck with me ever since, and that was, "Don't dream about what you want to do. Stay awake and do it." And honestly, I think those are pretty good words to live by. Like if you want to start voice acting or just like I don't know, maybe even achieve a goal if you're already voice acting when it comes to that, just you can do it. Just all you got to do is actually do it.
Wow. I mean, when it comes down to it, it is really quite simple. Like, Shia LaBeouf said it best, but like, that's such a cool quote. I love that. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching. I'll save it here. Oh,
Right.
yeah. We will start the next stream by talking with Dr. Alphys. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Hope that was fun. Hope you got some insight into the process. And yeah, I'll be jumping into Discord to to have a bit of a
All
chat
right.
and a catch up.
I'll probably follow then.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you so much. We will be back in a couple of weeks' time. Actually, just bear with me. I'm going to look on the Discord now. We're back on the 22nd of July. Back on the 22nd of July. So not Wednesday of next week, but the Wednesday of the week after, with a guest. Oh my goodness. What I'll say about this guest by way of a hint is that their animating skills are to dine for, and they are the hero.
Hey.
We'll talk to you guys very soon. Take care, and tune in next time for the Fandom Lives.